So I just got out of my appointment. It took maybe about 10-15 minutes. I'll say 20 to be safe. It was about a 20-minute appointment, but really the doctor's portion of it, like if she came in, she would have been done in 5 minutes. She just checked my incision. She checked to see that that I didn't have any swelling in my stomach, and that was it. She said everything looked great, and then she kind of logged out of the computer, and then she was just asking me how I felt. I did get emotional when I was telling her about the breastfeeding part, because that is something I'm struggling with. It wasn't easy for me at all. It's still not easy. I'm still not producing as much milk as I would like, or I thought I would. But I have milk, so I should be glad about that. And she just told me to wait. That it's different for everybody. What else? That was it, and that was the appointment. But then I told her, like, oh, I have a list of different things that I wanted to bring up to you, like concerns or questions that I had, and I went over those things. Some of the questions that I had were related to my fibroids. So she said she had scheduled me an ultrasound, so I had to call or wait for the call that they're gonna schedule an appointment for me, basically, to see if they've gotten larger, if they remain the same, if they've gotten smaller, and then we'll go from there we'll determine whether or not I'll have my surgery to remove them. And then fibroids was one. I do have pain. I feel numbness. She said that could take up to a year that I feel numbness, and that's from the surgery, from the C-section, because when they cut you open, they're going through not just layers of your skin, but it's also your nerves, and so that affects the sensation that I have, and it does feel like a little numb, which is common. I asked about related to fibroids and the surgery. That was mostly that. I asked about the actual delivery of the baby, like what had happened and why it was an emergency C-section, and she basically said that it was because his heart rate was dropping and it wasn't going up to where they needed it to be, that they did the emergency C-section. And then I asked, well, the doctor had made a comment about the fibroids during the C-section, what was that? And she said he had a hard time during the surgery with the fibroids, because so normally typically when you have a C-section, they cut you open, the baby comes out, and then they also take out the I think it's the ovary. I'm not good with my body parts, but I think it was the ovaries, and they work on that, and then they put it back in, and then then they sew you back up. And they weren't able to do that with me because the fibroids were too big and they were in the way, so he wasn't able to take it out. But she said that he did what he could around it, and that it's fine, that if he didn't get to do what he wanted to do, that everything would be okay. What else did I ask? That's pretty much it. Oh, the other thing is they asked, like, what kind of contraceptives I plan on being on between now and our next child, or something like that. So that was pretty much it. I did have all my questions. She did ask about, Edwin. She asked about the baby. She wanted to see the baby. So I felt it was very personable. So I really appreciated that. And I really like that doctor. She's pretty cool. So we're gonna follow up with her after I get the results from the fibroids and the ultrasounds. Yes, that was my postpartum visit. I know this video is like, it's kind of something that's new to me to do, and I'm just kind of just being as authentic as I can be, and just putting it out there the way it was and the way it happened. So if you don't like it, I'm sorry. This is something that I'm getting used to, but I want to be able to share my experiences and help other people who are going through similar situations. So have a great day. Bye.